with Bain, and we're here today to make some Valentine's Day cupcakes, and also I'm going to be making chocolate covered strawberries that will go on top of the cupcakes. It is also my youngest daughter's birthday, and that's what she wanted. She didn't really want the cupcakes. She was more interested in the chocolate covered strawberries. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you a recipe that I am taking from MacLeod Bakery's cookbook, and I'm basically gonna just adapt it a little bit, and then I'm gonna show you the chocolate covered strawberries, which I will be using the Girardelli, and it's the dark. I'm gonna use this one to coat this and then drizzle some white chocolate on it. I'm thinking I may actually color the white for pink and then use that. But other than that, and then I'll be using these, this is what I had that I thought it's a girl, but it's the cupcake liners, but I liked the colors of them. So I'm gonna be using that. And I'm just doing a vanilla cupcake. We're gonna be using all-purpose and self-rising, which I did a substitute for the self-rising because I didn't have any on me. We're gonna be using some vanilla extract, some pink sprinkles, and some milk, eggs that I've already got out at room temp, butter that is already out at room temp, the milk is already out at room temp, and that is about it, some sugar. And so if you want to see how I made these cupcakes right here, stay tuned and I'll show you how I made them. If you're new, please press that subscribe button and tap the bell so you can be notified of any future notifications of my uploads. And if you're not new, thank you so very much. I always say I truly appreciate each and every one of you for subscribing. Thank you so much. Stay tuned. Guys, so we're going to start out making the cupcakes. I have already lined my pan. I use 2 liners in each one because when you cook them, it's like it soaks the paper up and then it's not as pretty. So I always use 2. I'm just doing 12. Now the recipe in the book calls for 2, so it makes 24. And what I did, I just basically halved everything. And so all we're going to do is basically, we're going to start out, you're going to need a half a cup of milk. You're going to need a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You're going to need half of 1.5 cups of self-rising flour. So I just took 1 cup, I halved it. And then, so basically you need a half a cup and a 1/4 a cup of self-rising flour. And what I did, if you do not have self-rising, what I did is I alternated and substituted all-purpose flour with baking soda and salt. Now for every cup you use, it requires 2 teaspoons of baking powder and a half a teaspoon of salt. So I just used like a teaspoon of baking powder and a half a teaspoon of salt, I'm sorry. Then for your all-purpose flour, the recipe says 1 1/4 cups. So I just took basically, and I made a 3/4 of a cup, which is half. 2 sticks of unsalted butter, and I have 3 of unsalted, but 2 are going to be for the buttercream frosting that we're going to use on top. So one stick of unsalted butter for the cake itself. Then it says 4 large eggs. I did 2. And then that's about it. That's all you need. So what we're gonna do, we lined everything, and we have the flour. I have the salt ready. The sugar ready. And we're just gonna start off. Usually it's pretty much the same on everything. We're gonna cream the butter and then add the sugar and cream it. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm gonna start off, and I'm gonna put one stick. I've got this already down. So now some of this we're gonna speed through, because when I'm creaming my butters and sugars together, I usually do it for about 5 minutes to make sure. You'll know when you, guys, do not stop. Don't just go, okay, it's mixed. Cream it really good. You'll know when the butter and sugar come together and cream, because it'll turn from yellow to a really pretty, almost white color. And that's when you know that your butter and your sugar are creamed. Start off, cream your butter, make sure it's kind of mixed up, like softened and everything. And then slowly add your sugar, and make sure after that to cream it for about 3 to 5 minutes. So I'll go ahead and do that, and then we'll speed it up, okay? All right, that's good enough. We're gonna go ahead and add the eggs. Add them one at a time and beat at least a good minute, minute and a half in between each addition, okay? Okay, so egg number 1. Got that one. Let's go ahead and beat it. Start off slow. All right, ça c'est bon. That means that's good. All right, so let's go ahead, and we're gonna start off adding the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. And what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and add this vanilla to my milk. I don't really measure too much, guys. I didn't even measure the milk. Just kind of eyeballed it. All right, just kind of swishing this around to mix it. So we're going to start off adding the dry ingredients, and I'll do this in 2 additions. So I'll add the dry, a little bit of the wet, like half, the other half, and then the wet again. All right, so this just helps keep it more fluffy and mixed better. That makes any sense to y'all. All right. All right, now I'm going to do half of this. Okay, and then we're going to do the other half. Now I've already got my oven preheating to 350. It's already there. So you may want to do that. Go ahead and make sure your oven, if you ain't done it by now, go do it now. Okay, and then the last of the milk. Alrighty, we're done on that part. And alright, so I'm just going to scrape this and okay, now what I use, guys, to do cupcakes is an ice cream scooper. I'm sure some of y'all have heard that before. It kind of measures out the perfect amount. You're not having to really touch anything. So I'm just going to scrape this a little bit till everything's kind of in the center. Scrape the bottom, make sure it's all mixed up. And then we're going to go ahead and start scooping. I just use these, the ones with the, because it helps put it in here. So make sure it's about probably 3/4, 3/4 full. Do not fill it all the way to the top. I just kind of scoop a little bit at a time and let it settle and then come back if I need more. See how very easy that is? Very easy. It's very easy. So I figured what I would do is probably a white buttercream frosting. And then tint it with, I don't really know the name of this technique. I'm sure there is a name, but you put like pink coloring in the bag and then add your frosting in it. You only do it like on one side of the bag. And then it kind of makes like you'll see, it's kind of hard to explain. So I'm just adding a little bit more, kind of seeing where I'm at, a little bit at a time. And guys, if it overflows, it overflows. But hopefully they don't overflow. And I might have added too much to this one, but it's fine. I got a little too much batter. And that usually always happens anyways. But we'll just go with what we got and work with it. Okay guys, so we're done with that. And we're just gonna bake this for about 20 minutes, maybe 25 minutes. I'll test it at 20 minutes. But as you can see, they're about 1/3 full, each one. And I just kind of banged to help the whole liner go in, and that way I could get a true reading on about how full they were. So I think I may add a tiny bit more to this one. If you overfill, they go over and then you get that mushroom effect. If you go under, it's below the thing, which is fine. We'll work with, like I said, what we got. But let's go ahead and bake these, and then I'll start on the strawberries and on the frosting. Okay, so see you back in a minute. All right, guys, so I've got that melted. I'm gonna do the white later. I've already washed and dried some strawberries, and I'm gonna leave the stems on. Now, the way I usually do this is I just kind of dip and push it onto the strawberry and get it as far onto the top as I possibly can. And then I just kind of let it dribble a little bit and move it around. And then I'm just gonna set it down like that. And then we just keep doing that and let them dry. Then we come back, melt the white, and then I dribble it on. I'll show you. But let's go ahead and speed this up and just follow what I'm doing. All right, so as you can see, I have coated every one of them, and I still have more chocolate. So if you want to do like raisins or peanuts or whatever, or more strawberries, feel free to do that. Now what I'm fixing to do, I'm going to go ahead and melt just a little bit of the white chocolate, and I'll go ahead and drizzle all of this. So stay tuned. I'll get right back to you. All right, so as you can tell, I've got the white melted, and all I'm going to do is basically take one of the bags before I put it. I'm going to go ahead and fill it up with this white. You do not need much of the white because you're just drizzling. I'm just basically going to put it in the bag. Basically all you need. You don't need much. And I'm just going to get the air out, push this down, kind of mush it down. Okay, and you're gonna make a little thing like this, twist it, and we're just gonna snip it, and you do not want to snip it a whole lot. Okay, now, I don't know if you can see, I hope you can, but we're just gonna basically drizzle like that. I do not like this in the way. It's in the way. And we're just going to continue to drizzle each one. So as you can see, there's the strawberries. And so now what we're going to do, we still have plenty of chocolate left. So if you want to, keep it in the bag, or, well, pour it out in something or something, and then you can remelt it down another time. But there's the strawberries. We're going to go ahead and put the frosting on the cupcakes. Sprinkle this on it, which is going to be really pretty. We're going to also, don't forget, we're going to spray some of this on it. I was going to do the chocolate white, the white chocolate pink, but I just didn't want to. Because we're going to have plenty of pink on this and on this. We want to bring out the white back out from the frosting with the white drizzle. So let's go ahead and start that now. Alright, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to move these aside. Give me a second. All right, we're gonna move these aside so we can make room for the cupcakes. Here is the frosting. So it's done kind of got stiff, so you want to re-stir it up. Break that back up. Oh, and it smells so good, you guys. All right, so now I've got my bag done and ready. And this is a bigger tip that's harder to find, but you probably can get it at either Hobby Lobby or Michael's or order it online. Or you can use the 2D, which is basically almost the same identical thing. The only difference is this one's like a bigger version of the 2D, which is easier to find. You can even find the 2D in Walmart most of the time. So let's go ahead and fill this up just a little more. I don't want to put too much, guys. I'm scared. Okay, so now what I like to do is squeeze a little out, make sure there's no air. Now here's the cupcakes. Now I'm going to start from the center to make almost like a rose. Okay, just like that. And that's all it requires. And then we're going to go ahead and spray this. And I'm just going to barely spray it to give it a pink tone here and there. Oh my goodness, am I out? I think I am, guys. Oh, that makes me mad. Because I would have did the pink thing. I think I am out. I still feel some in it though. That's funny. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and sprinkle just a tiny bit. There we go. So there's your cupcake. There's the cupcake, which is really cute. I may not be able to do the rest because I'm out of this pink. Oh, I got some more. I got a brand new can right here. Ha-ha. Yeah, this one still feels full. I don't understand why it's doing that. But anyways, okay. So there's the first one, and then you can basically take, say, a strawberry, and then you just push it into the frosting. And there's your cupcake. I'm sorry. Huh? There's your cupcake. You may have to actually cut a little hole in the cupcake beforehand. I'm noticing it wants to tilt over. But that's basically the cupcake, guys. So anyways, let's go ahead and finish this up, and I'll fast forward as I go. All right, and then you just poke the strawberries if you want to. What you could do is put a toothpick basically like in the center and then into here if you wanted to do it that way. And that's it, guys. So if you liked it, don't forget, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to leave a comment. Let me know what you think. And I thank you all so very much for watching. I hope y'all enjoyed, and we shall see you next time. Have a great day.